Well, we've had worse days, haven't we? Obviously, the outcome in Kentucky not good, but the more I think about this, I'm going to tell you why in a second. So the filly made a break today. Obviously, I opted to race her barefoot. She made a break coming out of the gate. Now, it's important. I don't think I can beat Andy Miller's filly anyway. She looked like she was on cruise control today, right? So we were going to race for 25 instead of 50, by the sounds of things. And I'm going to tell you where it gets a little hairy, is right here. I noticed, I said before the race, I noticed a little trickle of mucus come out of her nose before the race. It's raining here. It's a little chillier at night. Plus, Unbeatable Camp scope sick. That's why we turned him out. So I had her scoped after the race. I'm thinking, if there's blood in there, she's done for the year. If it's clean, fine. If there's a little bit of mucus, we'll talk to the vet and deal with it at that point. Now, they scoped her and she was full of mucus. Full. They said Dr. Roberts, the veterinarian down here, who was taking care of them when Tyler and John had them, had said, yeah, it's going around. He said it's going around, what can you do? Now, here's the thing. If she doesn't make a break, I guarantee you I put her in a position to win. She finally runs out of air. She might have sprung a leak and bled. It's very likely she would have, actually. More than likely she would have. But she didn't, because she made a break and she was way at the back, and I just let her go around. Might have went a mile and 2-3. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Maybe, no, she went more than 2-3. It doesn't matter. She was full, chocked full of mucus. It was on the scope. She was full. So, I guess the only saving grace was, one, with her throat full of mucus, she wasn't going to be second. She wasn't getting any money. The only thing that would have happened from not making a break would have been she may have likely, more than likely, bled, in which case her year would definitely be over. The way it stands right now, she was never going to race on Friday in the first leg anyway, so she's 12 days from her next race, which is more than enough time to get her healthy, cleaned up, and trained up. So I guess, in a roundabout way, this is the politician in me. But truthfully speaking, think about it. If she doesn't make a break today, she's done for the year. Because she most definitely, in my mind, most definitely would have sprung a leak today, would have bled a little bit, and I would have called it quits on her year right then and there, done. This way, the veterinarian ran fluids into her, gave her antibiotics after the race, gave her a shot of Banamine for shipping tomorrow morning. She's going to ship out to Rob Herman. Now, this veterinarian, Dr. Roberts, knows Rob Herman very, very well. I'm on the phone. He's on the phone with Rob Herman, and I'm beside him. I told Rob that Unbeatable Kemp was not coming because he bled. He said, yeah, okay. He said, this filly made a break today, but I trained this filly 6 days ago in 2-1 come out from 57 apiece at Northfield. She can get around a half very well. If you get her tight, if you get her healthy, you don't even have to have her super tight. Unless, historically, this race gets a lot tougher in 2021 than it has. We're going to see tomorrow what the draw for the first leg is going to look like. Unless this leg is oddly stronger than historically it's been in the past, that break may have actually been a blessing in disguise. It's easy for me to say. In my mind, I can make that argument. But I think if you play it out, same as I did, I think it was. So, Philly made a break. It happens. It's over. But she now gets to race for, according to the condition sheet, 80,000, 10,000 the final. Hopefully she gets in the final, 10,000 the elimination. Hopefully she gets in the final, which puts her at a $70,000 final. So instead of racing for 25 sick today, because you aren't going to beat Andy anyway, instead of racing for 25 sick, hopefully we race for a combined total of 80 healthy. How's that for a political spin? So that's that. Now I get to watch our two girls in Delaware. I don't know what's going to happen with my Jazz. I keep telling you guys, we're going to have to get her on track, but you can't just want her on track. It's going to be a process. And I know the year's lost. Hey, I'm here. I'm living it with you. I'm your partner in my Jazz. But we still got to keep doing what's best for the filly. Putting her in the fair today was the right thing to do. I believe in hindsight, if Brett just keeps going to the front, he's a winner. He dropped her in the 3-hole, came first over. She's never really been first over in her life when she was good, let alone now when we're trying to get her back on track. First over, finished second. It is what it is. Rose Run Why Not? Another horse never been first over in her life. Was parked last year in Delaware. But technically I was first over, but it's also parked. First over, finished second. I thought both those fillies raced good. So, as I said, I feel what we had was a blessing in disguise with the break of Blue Bayou Deal. We get to race for more money now and get her healthy. And I also believe that the two fillies raced very, very good in My Jazz, first over, and Rose Run Why Not, first over. Tough trips for both of them, but that's racing on a half-mile track. So all in all, up till now, I think we've had not a bad day, truthfully. So let's turn some lemons into lemonade. We're going to have both those fillies. I think Rose Run Why Not is soon going to transition over to the Meadows and race in the Nommers 2 there, which I think she'll do very, very well in. My Jazz will go to the next fair. There's 2 fairs left. Relax. She'll go to the next 2 fairs. And hopefully we can get her back on track. Those fairs don't count as wins. I believe she has 3 wins. She can still fit the class that Tanzanite Tricks is racing in. It's hard to believe that My Jazz wouldn't be just fine in 57. She's already trotted in 56 this year when she was fresh off being sore. So it's not unrealistic to believe she's not going to be able to bust over the Meadows in 56. So all is not lost. Don't go to Home Hardware and buy some rope. Lots of racing left this year. Relax. We finished second twice, and we get to race our other filly twice more. So the veterinarian has instructed Rob Herman exactly how to treat this filly. Rob knows all about her, and I'll even fly there and race her. How's that? I'll be at Freehold. Not this Friday, but the next Friday. So that's where we're at right now. I got a busy week then, because Friday will be Freehold, Saturday will be Dayton. Amy's in town Saturday because we're going to fly down to the Lexington sale after that Friday. Man, oh man, I'm gonna have to make a whole other video about the Ohio sale thing. Man, that was something. But that's another story for another time. For now, as I said, we're gonna do our best to make some lemonade out of lemons. Did I say lemons out of lemonade? I believe I did. Lemonade out of lemons. Not at all a loss today. 2 seconds with fillies that are coming forward, and a break with a filly that was sick, and it ultimately salvaged the rest of her season. I will see you in Freehold with her in 12 days.